good morning, everybody. Deb here. I've titled this video Conspiracy Theory. Now, that's taking it out maybe a little bit, but once you think about this, you might agree, maybe not. I've been working on my 90-day challenge to move myself to a higher level, I guess would be the best way to say it. Sure, that includes more money, better lifestyle, all that good stuff. But at the same time, it also is, let me tap into the me that I know is in there. As you know, we all should have a Christ consciousness because Christ is the epitome of the human being that we can become if we would just tap into in here, the inside. And I am part of a mastermind group that is working through the book Think and Grow Rich every morning, among other books, but that's the one we're focusing on right now. And I was surprised at how much information is missing from the 1960 version that's in the 1937 version. And this morning, it just really hit me. Why would they take out such valuable content that might have helped people progress and evolve sooner? And I mean, part of my theory is, in 37, I don't know how many copies were sold, but it would have been a lot harder due to the communication methods we used then to get information out to people. And Wallace Wattles brought up the same topic in 1910, which it would have been even harder to get that information out. So I just want to share with you what I'm talking about. We're in chapter 1, and the section is called Why You Are the Master of Your Fate. And in my version, the 1960 version, looks like this. It says, when Henley wrote the prophetic lines, I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul, he should have informed us that we are the masters of our fate, the captains of our souls, because we have the power to control our thoughts. Now, that is where the 1960 version ends. In the 1937 version, which I had to put in my journal because I don't have a copy of the 1937 version, it continued. He should have told us that we are the masters of our fate and the captains of our souls because the ether in which this little earth floats, in which we move and have our being, is a form of energy, moving at an inconceivably high rate of vibration, and that the ether is filled with a form of universal power, which adapts itself to the nature of the thoughts we hold in our minds, and influences us in the natural ways to transmute our thoughts into their physical equivalent. If the poet had told us of this great truth, we would know why it is that we are the masters of our fate and the captains of our souls. He should have told us with great emphasis that this power makes no attempt to discern between destructive thoughts and constructive thoughts, that it will urge us to translate into physical reality thoughts of poverty just as quickly as it will influence us to act upon thoughts of riches. Now, at that point, it goes back to the 1960 version, which concludes with, he should have told us that our brains become magnetized with the dominating thoughts which we hold in our minds, and by means which no man is familiar, these magnets attract to us the forces, the people, the circumstances of life, which harmonize with the nature of our dominating thoughts. Now, I don't know about you, but skipping from we have the power to control our thoughts to our brains are magnets without explaining about universal form and, well, all of that I just said. I won't get back into that again, but I don't know. It just seems like you kind of missed the point. Okay, I'm in charge of my thoughts. My brain's a magnet. But it doesn't explain why the brain's a magnet. So why in 1960, when I was born, did they decide to remove that key portion of it? Now, was it because that we were going through the freedom movement and maybe someone would come across that and use it the wrong way? There's where my conspiracy theory comes in. I don't know. But in 1910, Waddles wrote, "Everything you see on earth is made from one original substance." Now we get this from the Bible, that's me saying that. "Out of which all things proceed. New forms are constantly being made, the older ones are dissolving, but all are shapes assumed by one thing. There is no limit to supply of formless stuff or original substance. The universe is made out of it, but it was not all used in making the universe. The spaces in, through, and between the forms of the visible universe are permeated and filled with the original substance, with the formless stuff, with the raw material of things." Okay, so I didn't get it the first time around, or the second time, or the third time. I've read Think and Grow Rich several times. I have the 60 version, the Axton Pack version. Don't recommend that version because there's even less of the book in there. And I didn't come across The Science of Getting Rich until The Secret came out. And even when I read it the first time, it didn't click. But now that everybody's getting into quantum physics and the power of the brain and tapping into those things, and I guess we could say we're evolving as a society because we are finally getting it. It's been there in front of us this whole time. But have people been purposely, people that got it, have they really purposely been just keeping this from us because they want us to always have low income, middle income, high income, highly evolved people and people who have not evolved? I don't know. Just curious what your thoughts are on that subject. So on day 12 of my challenge to find the me that's inside of me, to realize my full potential, I share this theory with you, and I'd love to hear your comments. So put something below, let me know what you think, and please keep it positive. Thank you.